So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. I didn't, but I do recall being in Arkansas one time and someone knew me from California. That did happen. Yeah. So yeah, my mom is a beautiful. Man, she's gorgeous. She's I seen model pictures. I want to say I seen some movies also. But yeah, so my dad met my mom. All of me where my dad's from. So I guess yeah. So the story, as I'm told, and from bits and pieces and drunk stories I heard from him, right? So my dad was alcoholic. That's what I dealt with when I was a kid. Alcoholism and weed. I was just like most, y'all. But yeah, so the stories that I heard were just basically he stayed supposedly at like the plantation or something almost, and he stayed there as long as he could stay there to put himself through high school. All the other kids and his mom moved to the big city, but they say he stayed on this land, whatever sharecropper land, as long as he could. And then I guess when he was in high school, he went to go stay with his cousin Sterling. Right. This is the story. Which, I mean, I've talked to him on the phone and through the internet. And then every time he told me to go to Memphis, that's who, I remember when he was drunk and stuff, that's what he would always bring up. Sterling. So, yeah. That's how, but yeah, so, it's gotta be the Mississippi Delta. It's the, basically, you know, the city's named after the KKK force, like Forrest Gump Force City. Same city, whatever. Same difference, right? But, it's crazy. They all remind me of like an interview of T.I. T.I. had to go to the feds here. That nigga called Forest City the armpit of America. Ain't that a bitch? But yeah, I loved it out there, man. I had a wonderful time. 2 years that I was. Besides, I ended up locked up on a gun charge. Got caught at school with a gun. It was ridiculous. I think I did some dirtbag shit. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna go into it, but we'll go into it. I ended up getting caught with a gun at school, but I know I ended up doing the time. They finally let me out. Then I got back in school, right? What I do remember is in Arkansas, when I was a kid, I'd be out there in the projects, the two projects, Rice and Turner Circle. I had a cousin named Carolyn and her daughter, Yeah, so growing up, I mean, out there, so I loved it out there. I hung out with a brother named Botaris. I guess they ended up killing him at some time out this city. He was balling. This nigga I went out there one time. This nigga had his own candy store. So I just hung out with, you know what I mean, everybody. Really, the gang members, the Bloods, just everybody. And I went out there, I was playing football too, so it was lovely. But that's just my story about Arkansas. I loved it. The women there are beautiful. Oh my God. I didn't want to leave that place. But, you know, I'll digress because later on, you know what I mean, I end up leaving because my dad dies when I'm like 15, 16, so I had to go back to Cali. I digress. But so let's go back to, I was born at Lackland Air Force Base, which is a military base in San Antonio, Texas. Totally honest with you, I think the Air Force is weird. They do some bunch of weird experimental shit. Air and two people, right? So let's just say I might have been experimenting on a little bit more than the next. And I'd like to talk to some kids that was on this military base that I was on 40-something years ago. But in California, I want to say around McClellan, and growing up, someone was at this base in Japan with me because they popped up and they remembered me from the base in Japan. So I remember it. So I don't know what type of weird shit they were on, but I know what type of weird shit I was on. I was turned all the way up, y'all. Nobody could tell me shit. If it wasn't fucking cemented down, I was stealing it. I remember the first little lick. I remember I robbed a church. Some dumb shit, like hit a church for like bands. Cause I remember how I got caught. I got caught because they said some little kid was at the store on base house and giving out money. It was like during Christmas. Just some dumbass. I don't want to digress to them crazy Drew stories of my I was bad. I was like, I know I didn't make it to California until I was in 3rd grade. So, however, I was young, y'all. I was bad. I remember just always getting brought home by the Japanese police. Cause I'd be off base just doing my Dougie. I'd be off base. I don't know if we were like supposed to be stuck on base. But I'd get on the bike and be gone. And I remember I'd get caught stealing, doing whatever shit. And then they'd have to, the Japanese police would have to bring me back to the base and then all of that type of stuff. It was crazy, y'all.